The sun has got his hat on, hip 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 hooray! The sun has got his hat on, but we're not going out to play. Guys, this vlog's a complete contrast to the last vlog that I filmed, stroke uploaded, because that one was extremely happy, smiley, bubbly Tina, because she had had the most epic training session on her pony. This week has made a complete U-turn, and we were meant to be doing our first event of the season, not only once but twice, weren't we, Boo? We were meant to be at Portman, but unfortunately that got rained off, as have lots of the events at the beginning of the season so far this year. However, we then managed to re-route and get a late entry into one of the Cotswold Cup events. That is wet. Talking about wet, I just got a wet bum. Oh no. Oh, I thought it looked dry. Oh, it definitely looked dry till I sat on it. Let's find a dry one. I mean, these don't look half as comfy, but as long as it's dry, I'm happy. Oh, no, definitely not as comfy. Third time lucky. Let's try a multi-jump. There we go, that's better. So, yes, not quite the happy, bubbly, smiley vlog like the previous vlog I uploaded. However, it's the reality of having horses and the reality of attempting to event early in the season. I'm going to set the camera up so I don't have to hold it, and somebody steals my throne. Excuse me, that was my seat, you little terror. Oh, now I haven't made it quite high enough. I'm gonna have to duck, which is not good when you've got a sore neck. Goodness gracious me, how long have you been vlogging, Tina, and you can't even set up a camera at the right angle? Right, guys, let's catch up. Let's have what would normally be a debrief vent style chat at the end of the vlog, but for today it is going to be at the beginning of the vlog because I need to vent for my own sanity. So as I said, I was meant to be eventing earlier this week. I'd picked a midweek run because I wanted to challenge myself by going to a different venue that I hadn't been to before, and I entered Portman. Unfortunately, it got rained off. Hello, don't you drink that? That's for me, thank you very much. Dinks was just gonna have a little slurp. I am drowning my sorrows in fizzy Coca-Cola Air Up. It's been an absolute blessing this week. Shall I actually say the bad before I go to tell you all about why we are not and where we are not eventing? I really probably should, and then you might understand why I look like I've got a dodgy neck, because I have got a dodgy neck. And I'm just praying that I do actually manage to get to an event prior to Badminton now, because the clock is ticking, time is running out, and logistically there are only about 2, potentially 3, that I could possibly get to, and it all depends on how quickly I do heal. So as I said, I did actually fall off Banks a few days ago because we went cross-country schooling and I got a bit carried away. You may follow me on the gram. If you don't, my handle's below, please do, because you get daily regular updates there of what we've been up to. So sorry to duplicate this if you've already seen what happened, but Tina got a bit carried away. She was enjoying cross-country schooling far too much, and yeah, did that famous, oh, let's just one last jump. He'd switched off. We were actually hacking back to the lorry park. I should not have asked it from him. Dinks is just about to knock the camera over. Dinks, you need to at least show your face if you're going to get that close, otherwise it just makes me look weird. Anyways, as I was saying, I got carried away, and that is one of the reasons why I do not like going cross-country schooling without somebody on the ground, primarily an instructor, because they know when enough is enough. They know and stop you from getting carried away, and yeah, it probably, most likely, wouldn't have happened if I had been with an instructor, but I did just get a bit carried away, asked a bit much from Banks when he had tired leggies, and he said, no mum, I've got self-preservation, I'm not doing that. And at the last minute, I'd committed to an extremely skinny, tall roll top, and he said nah. I think I was only 95% committed. The 5% he read and said, no mum, you don't really want to jump this. Boom, Tina fell off, whack, hit the side of my head, and yeah, ever since have been suffering slightly from quite a bad headache and a little bit of whiplash down this side of my neck. So that is where my Air Up bottle has been coming in extremely handy because I have been ensuring I stay hydrated by getting as much H2O as possible into me. Now, Air Up is one of the most asked about items that I have ever shared on my channel, that I get asked questions on in my DMs. So many people ask how it works with these little pods, and so many people ask what my favourite flavour, or should I say scent, is. Now, we currently have Coca-Cola on here because I have been drinking that much water recently that I've given myself a little bit of a change stroke spice up, because I've actually put, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's going tss. Oh, can you hear it? Oh, don't put the weight of your head on me, mate, because I've got a sore neck. But that's very cute that you're giving me cuddles. Yes, this has currently got fizzy water in it, and with the Coca-Cola pod on top, it really does elude you into thinking, Dinks, your head is heavy, that you are drinking Coca-Cola. But it's much healthier because there's 0 additives, 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 anything. Purely fizzy water or standard tap water inside this bottle. Why are you doing this? I've got a bad neck. Do you think you're massaging it? It's like, you know, no, gently. That's a bit too heavy. Honestly though, guys, these are such a great way of getting more water into your system. Pods come in a huge variety of flavours, or should I say scents, because technically it is the smell that tricks you into thinking that you're drinking flavoured water, when in fact, like I say, in the bottle is either just pure plain tap water, or in my case today, sparkling water. Now, not only are there different scent pods on the website, there's also different colour handles and bottles to make them fully customisable for you. As you can see, this one here, a little bit fickle, matches my trainers, so it looks good when I go to the gym. Did I really just admit that out loud? Yeah, I did. The thing is, I left it there the other day accidentally, and thankfully my PT recognised it as being mine and kept it back safely for me. So that is one benefit of it being customisable and matching my trainers, that is for sure. This is the steel bottle, so it keeps your water nice and cool. They come in 2 different sizes, 480ml and 850ml. I will pop the link in the description box below. Do go and check them out. I can highly recommend them. They are a great way of getting more H2O into your system without actually feeling like you're drinking plain, boring, standard tap water, or in my case today, sparkling water, which is now eau de Coca-Cola.
I think you just know, as a highly sensitive person myself, I'd say in counselling session, before someone's even told me after their life story, I feel like I'm like smelling it, like I'm like, oh, I can smell something's going to go on here, like you've had a problem with your parents, or you can just sense it.
Yeah.
I think it's that
you know how that story is going to end, yeah.
It's like you go into a room as a highly sensitive person, you might already be able to go, something's off with that person. Okay, something going on over there. You know, maybe there's not an overall positive vibe.
Yeah.
But you get this as a highly sensitive person as well, being able to read a room a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so as you could on the cross-country course, going, maybe there's not 100% positive vibe going on here.
Definitely wasn't.
Okay, maybe let's leave it on that good note rather than pushing for the little bit more. Yeah, you've got that gift, so use it.
Yeah. Trust my intuition.
Trust your intuition, yeah.
And then you won't end up with an awful headache and a bad neck.
What do you think?
No, the headache's fine today, so that's good.
Yeah, it's really positive that you're not feeling scared or worried about it.
Oh no, not at all. Like I said, I did get back on and I did jump 4 or 5, but I was cautious then that I knew he was tired, so I was like, oh, I need to do some, but I don't want to cause another issue because he's tired. And he was cool, he was fab, bless him. Yeah, do you know what actually Emily said to me yesterday? She said, do you know what that training you were doing with Cam last week about the left rein? She said, what rein did you come into that jump on? I was like, the right rein, so he was automatically bending right.
Yeah.
I didn't have a contact in my left rein and he darted to the right.
Okay, so he dropped out the start.
If ever I fall off, he goes right, I go left. Every single time, guaranteed. If I'd approached on the left rein, had more left leg, left rein contact, Might have been better, might have been a different story. Guys, it's a fair few days later. 3 days to be precise. 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. God, my brain's still not working. 2 days to be precise. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I am feeling pretty meh. Go son, you can come. You can come. You make me smile and happy. I did have a fabulous therapy session with Katie, which I will have just inserted a little snippet of previous to here, so hopefully you'll have seen that. I know that my camera was steaming up when I went to edit it because I'd left it outside in the tack room overnight and it got really cold, and then when I brought it in because it was warm, it obviously did like condensation and it was just getting steamier and steamier, so I haven't actually included much, and also because the therapy sessions are primarily for me, but it was a hugely beneficial one, and I'm very grateful to Katie, it's Integrative Sports Coaching, for helping me and having a call spontaneously on a Friday morning, because I really did need it. I was feeling pretty down in the dumps, pretty doomy gloomy, and I'd actually prior to that just been editing in bed the content that I'd filmed the day before, where I was out in the field contemplating setting up jumps to make myself jump them, because I felt like I needed to jump and felt like I needed to push myself, but yeah, I wasn't able to. I'm not able to. I do need to listen to my body and I do need to rest. I did move quite a few jumps, struggle a little doing it, and yeah, just thought, right, I'll get some set up and then hopefully over the course of the weekend, because the weather looks good and the ground will be good, I will be able to jump them. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be Friday or Saturday, it could be Sunday or Monday. You've got 4 whole days ahead of you. Prioritise rest, and then hopefully towards the end of the weekend you will be able to get out there and just do a little bit of jumping, just to restore my own confidence. I don't massively feel like the fall has affected me. I don't feel like it has, but also I'm conscious that it hasn't, if that makes sense. So I just want to jump again on grass, and yeah, I don't want to go cross-country schooling without an instructor. So the best thing I can do is get out in my field. But I have, after speaking to Katie, decided not to this weekend, decided not to push myself, decided to prioritise rest. And also, unfortunately, his lordship is suffering for the first time ever in his life from a little bout of mud fever, which he has never had before, but that does just show exactly what the crazy weather, rain and mud has been doing to put pay to our enjoyment of what you're doing. No, dude, that's my watch. You can't eat my watch. No. Yeah, put pay to our enjoyment of the sport. So it is imperative really that I just do my best to keep his legs clean, keep him, yeah, happy and content and sound. It had cleared up so much, but it has suddenly got a bit worse again. And the trouble is with it, you can't, and I've never had to deal with it before, so excuse me if I sound naive, but I can't keep him in permanently because his legs swell, but I can't keep him out permanently because there's so much mud out there. So it's such a vicious circle and such a fine line when it comes to doing the right thing. I have just been next door to my local feed supply place, or tack store place, and picked up some goodies, because prior to now I'd just been using Hibby Scrub and like a vet spray to keep it clean. But as I said, I'm new to this, so don't come at me if I'm doing the wrong thing, but it's just such a minefield. I've literally picked up this to wash his legs off with now, and then picked up some silver stuff. I couldn't decide between the cream or the spray. I picked that up as well so that we can give his legs a good clean. I'm told I've got to pick the scabs off. They aren't looking horrendous, but I just know that they are sore, and also the telltale sign is the little bit of swelling. It's not, again, it's not horrendous, but I am an overthinker, an over-worrier, an oversensitive person, which I know, not oversensitive, highly sensitive. And yeah, it is just making me worry that I don't want it to get any worse, so I will just show you. It's not, like I say, it's not horrendous. I did think it was clearing up quite well. Oh, you're gonna move away from me. But yeah, that's actually like the worst patch there. He did have a little bit under, and as you can see, they're muddy from being turned out last night, because again I can't decide whether to keep him in or keep him out, because when I keep him in this leg goes poof. This one's not so bad. He had a little bit up here, but that cleared up quite quickly, as did this bit here. But here again is all quite sore and quite sensitive, isn't it, my boy? The little bits that he had down here, as I said, have cleared up really well, thankfully. But he is like his mum. He's an uber sensitive chappy. He's never really experienced pain himself either, because touch wood, over the years has been an extremely happy horse. He's only ever had some bruised soles and did once suffer from white line disease. I feel like I'm really tempting fate by saying this. I'm touching as much wood as possible. But yeah, you're a little bit grumpy with it when I try and touch it, stroke treat it, aren't you? He knows there's polos in my pocket. Is it a polo? No, there's not. That's just my phone. Okay, there's not polos in my pocket. Is it the other pocket? Anyways, thanks for letting me vent, guys. I am feeling... No, there's definitely no polos. That's the camera battery. I will admit I am feeling quite meh. And I'm trying so hard, as I said, not to be. I did, in fact, delete, like I say, quite a bit of the footage from Thursday that I had filmed whilst I was out in the field, because I didn't want to dwell on being all doom and gloom, and I didn't want to also sound like... there were so many different takes that I did. I was just trying to be happy, smiley, bubbly, but I'm no actress and I'm not happy, smiley, bubbly, and I am a bit sore and I am a bit in pain and I am feeling quite worried about you. And I know some people might see that as dramatic, but he is my world, he is my pride of joy. I am also suffering from FOMO as well, because as I said, we didn't get to go to Portman. We did then manage to get a late entry to Waverton. They were very kind and said they could squeeze us in, but then after the fall I emailed and said don't, because I can't drive for all that distance and expect to compete when I've got a bit of whiplash and a little bit of slight concussion, I guess I would say. So yes, I did trust my gut and make the intuitive decision to not push ourselves to go, despite feeling slightly pressured now that I potentially may only get one run in before Badminton. I have, yeah, just decided that healing both myself and Banksy is priority at present. He's desperate to get in my pockets. There's nothing in there, my sweetheart. There's a phone and a camera battery, and you saw that. Yes, you did. Sam, what are you doing? You need a haircut, don't you? That is something I might well do today. But first, I'm going to take him for a little leg stretch on the road, just to see if I can get that bit of swelling down in the back legs. And then we are going to give the legs a good clean, aren't we? And get some of that silver ointment, is that the right word? Onto them. And keep refreshing eventing scores, because both Em and Meg are competing at the Cotswold Cup today, and as I said, I've got proper FOMO. I do feel very, very jealous and like we are missing out, but I do know that it is imperative that I trust my gut and make the right decision for the both of us, and staying home this weekend sadly was the one, much to both of our disappointment. Hey Binks, you'd have loved to be cross country in this weekend, wouldn't you? Not gonna lie, I'm feeling slightly anxious about the first dressage of the year. Oh, it's gonna be so close to Badminton, but hey, you can't change things, you can't rush things. As I said, healing is priority at the moment for the both of us. And yeah, just keep refreshing the eventing scores. Cheering on my friendies, wishing I was there. I was gonna go with them, but I just thought the 4 AM start and sitting in a car for all that time would just add to the pain and the sicky feeling, so I have made the big girl grown-up decision and stayed home. But it does mean I get to spend a good couple of rest days with my boys.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, and still I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby, going down, 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 down. Baby, going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby, going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. I just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no. I really thought we had it covered. Was gonna patch up all the scars, but we smashed up all the parts. Oh, na, na, na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you really are. I guess our dreams fell asleep. There's no passion in the comatose. Baby, going down, 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 down. Baby, going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby, going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more, no, no. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more. We don't know, no, it's no more, no, no.
It's a steep hill. The camera might not show it, but it is, isn't it, mate? Bit of a workout, this one. That's why I tend to keep myself out the saddle for it. Ooh. Got one of the days of being able to canter up here. You used to be able to years ago, but the rain washed away all the mud, and it is purely stones now. In the middle used to be a lovely muddy track. Not anymore. Another thing the blimmin' weather is guilty of. What was that then? You sausage. Some things never change, even at 16, do they, Binks? Hey? Hello, little pony. Say hello to your little friend. Now it's just a case of avoiding the mud on the way back. Oh, I forgot this little tree was down. You get a little jump, Banks. Can you be trusted to do it one-handed? A little jump. Ready? Oh, he says that's a trotting pole, not a jump, Mum. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. It's a leaf. You are silly sometimes, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Hi, piggies. You don't even spot the piggies anymore, you just spot the funny colour leaves. Guys, I've just got back and I'm tending to his legs, and I was going to vlog doing it, but I'm just feeling too sensitive at the moment. He's really sensitive. He is a little bit upset. He's saying it stings, Mum. I've just put warm water and some of this onto a clean cloth to sponge them down a bit with, and then I'll leave them dry and put on some of this. But yeah, just the fact that he's being so sensitive makes me a little bit emotional, because he's such a good boy. He is, wouldn't you? He's like his mum. Give me a kiss. Highly sensitive. Oh, and yeah, highly emotional. He keeps holding that leg up saying, Mum, it's stinging. Thankfully my hacking route managed to avoid mud, so I did plan that well, and I do think the swelling has gone down a little bit, but I'm going to crack on, get his legs clean, get some of that medicated stuff on, wrap them up, pop him back in, hope they dry out, and just pray that it starts to clear up and that the weather is a bit kinder to us and stops this horribleness that has literally just escalated so quickly, and it's making me really sad. Oh, I'm feeling all a bit meh, and I just probably should not be vlogging, but It is the reality of horsey life. I haven't had a doomy gloom one. Oh, he just keeps lifting that one up. Bless him. I haven't had a doomy gloom one for months and months, and it is period week next week too, so that probably is why I'm feeling overly emotional about everything. Over and out. Thanks for watching. Sorry that this hasn't been an excitable, bubbly, fun-loving Tina vlog. It's the reality. It's the reality of being a horsey mummy. Like, he is my priority right now, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Sort his leggies out, and hopefully see you very soon in another vlog. Hopefully eventing one day soon. We are meant to be. We are booked in for another one, aren't we, Binks? But priority is getting his legs sorted and my head feeling back on track. So for now, over and out. Yeah, over and out. That's all I can say. See you soon. Samuel needs a haircut, but I'm not actually putting strain on myself to do that today either. Maybe over the next couple of days, but yeah. Bye.
Keep on doing what you do, doing what you do. Just keep on doing what you do.